Smallpox is a virus that killed over half of the native population in the Americas. Symptoms usually appear 12 to 14 days after one is infected. These symptoms include headaches, nausea, severe fatigue, and fever. A few days later, flat red spots, also called lesions, appear, and these lesions will eventually turn into pus-filled blisters. The lesions first appear on the face and then spread to the forearms, palms, and soles of the feet. Furthermore, when the blisters erupt, the skin doesn't break, but instead separates from its underlying layers. So, 8 to 9 days later, victims are left with scabs that fall off, leaving deep, pitted scars. The virus spreads through the air through the respiratory tract. One can be infected by either breathing in infected exhaled air or by contact with fluids from open sores. Smallpox is very contagious and usually spreads from group to group. In the early 1600s, Native Americans lacked prior exposure to the ailment, meaning they had no immunities to the disease. The first major outbreak of the infectious disease was from 1616 to 1619. 10 years after Cortez arrived in Mexico, the native population was reduced from 25 million to merely 6.5 million, a 74% reduction rate. The virus infected both adults and children, but adults didn't have the recuperative power that the children had. Moreover, there were not enough healthy family members or neighbors to care for all of the infected people, so people were left untreated and uncared for. The virus that causes smallpox is called variola. The vaccine for the disease contains a live vaccinia virus, which is in the same family as the variola virus. The vaccination lasts up to 5 years. Currently, the United States has a large enough stockpile of the vaccine to vaccinate everyone in America in case of an emergency. However, just a few years ago, the United States was threatened with biological warfare. I'm asking for $5.7 billion from the United Nations and the World Health Organization so we can better prepare ourselves in case of an emergency like this. The money will go to, among other things, research for a better, longer-lasting vaccine and to those who cannot afford the vaccination. In this modern world, we must be ready for anything and everything, which is why we should all have the smallpox vaccination. We've already witnessed how quickly the ailment can wipe out a community. Let's not let it wipe out an entire population.